Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dan Gheesling and welcome to another Star Citizen opinion video. In this video, we're going to talk about the community reaction to the 2017 referral contest that was just instituted by Star Citizen recently. Now, before we get into what the community is talking about with this referral contest, let's go ahead and take a look back at originally how the referral system was set up. So back in the early days of Star Citizen, if you choose to, it's completely optional, you could create an affiliate code to have other people join the game through your code. And some companies choose to do this with their game, and some companies choose not to. In the case of Star Citizen, they chose to. So then they go down to one of two roads. They either compensate the players who refer people to the game monetarily or with in-game items. So Star Citizen chose to create a referral system in which you would get in-game items. So the upsell or the positive side to people using your unique referral code is they would get an additional $5,000 in-game credit. In return, you could, as the referrer, so for example, I've been putting my referral link on every Star Citizen video that I've ever done. I just put it in the comment or put it in the description of the video. I don't do anything over the top to do it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just said, hey, look, if you like the videos and you're intrigued by the game and you want to get involved, there's a link in the description. I don't even think I talk about it. Rarely ever. Out of 400 plus videos, I think I just put it down there. So anyways, so to me, I look at it as a bonus, but nonetheless. So if one person were to buy the game through your referral link, you would get a gun and you get a Squadron badge. Cool. All right. Hey, if 3 people signed up, you get guns. So a lot of these are cosmetic upgrades. At 10 referrals, you get a ship. 25, you get 3 ships to use, and you see and so forth. So up until recently, there was only 42 levels, right? Or excuse me, there's only 6 levels, okay? So as you referred more and more people, you had the chance to unlock more ships for you to use in-game right now, which is kind of cool, right? So for me, as someone who makes Star Citizen videos, the more people that used my referral code, the more things I could show off in the game. It gave me access to more ships that I could mess around with and make videos with, and it worked out cool. It wasn't like an end-all be-all for me in terms of people signing up. It was just something like a bonus and extra. And so recently, they've changed the referral system in 2 ways. They've created a contest and they've expanded on this ladder. So up until recently, if you referred more than 42 people, you didn't get any additional bonus for that. Recently, they just unlocked a bunch of new levels. So they went beyond and expanded this for free and totally optional. So for people who choose to use this, now if you hit 75, if you refer 75 people to the game, you get access to the Misc Racer. When I say get access, you don't buy it. It's just in your accounts. When you sign in, you get to fly around with it. I don't know the legalities and definitions of if you actually own it, or if you can use it in the persistent universe when the game's released. I would assume that, but I don't really care. It's just I get access to another ship. We've hit the 100 level. So at the level 100, you can now fly a alien ship, the Vandal Blade, when it's released. At the 200 level, you get the Vandal Glaive. Okay, so I've been creating Star Citizen videos for, like I said, about 400 plus videos. And, this is the level we're at. And so that's exciting, right? So we get a chance to do more stuff. At 500, there's the Anvil package. You get Terrapin and Hurricane. At 1042, you get the Million Mile High Access Club. And at 2017, you get the most expensive ship in the game, the Javelin. Okay, so if you've heard 2017 players to the game, you get the Javelin. Okay, all for nothing, right? It's a bonus. You don't have to do it. So for me, it's exciting. And I'll share with you guys my stats right here. So we have 831 people have signed up to look at the game through my affiliate link, okay? And 328 people have bought the game. So we're at the 200 level. The next one is 500. Cool. This is all a bonus to me, right? It's cool. There's no monetary compensation. It's just they give you in-game rewards. So where the problem came in, where the community, not for mine, what the community reaction has been. So recently, Star Citizen released this referral contest. There's a video here in depth with Sandy going into what it is. But essentially, they started a contest starting on April 20th, running through August 8th. And during that time, if you refer one person to the game, you get a Star Kit and t-shirt in-game. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a second. So it's an additional bonus. If you refer 10 people to the game and they buy it, you get a pink dragonfly, which the dragonfly is like a space motorcycle. Okay, the person during this time from April 20th to August 8th, whoever is in the top leaderboard spot, which they have a leaderboard here, they're going to get a Idris. Okay. And so it says, let me see, the top referral points leaderboard who does not receive the Gamescom chip. So whoever's at the top spot, if they don't hit 2,942 referrals, then this is what they're going to get. And the next person down will get this if this person doesn't go. Anyways, if someone hits 2,942 lifetime referral points, and it gets a little confusing, right? So if, say, we were to go on a run and we get to that, it takes all your previous referral points. So that's a little bit confusing. But bottom line is whoever's at the top of the chart, if they hit this number, they're going to get a free trip to Gamescom and get to go to the Star Citizen stuff there. So with that being said, and here's the referral system. So out of everyone doing videos, all the content creators, the number one person has referred over 1,500 people to the game. That's a lot of people buying the game. And like STL Youngblood, the only person out of, and this is just me, the only person out of these 5 that I know is STL Youngblood. And I say no that I'm familiar with their content. So that being said, you know, there was a lot of people in the community that were pretty pissed off about this, and I'm trying to understand why. One of the big arguments, or one of the big rants that people went on during this right when this was released, was the fact that this contest was made for content creators only. That's maybe for content creators to succeed and get in the top 5, but it's open to everyone, right? So say you have a friend that has been interested in Star Citizen, you send them their code, hey, you get a free Star Kitten t-shirt. Now, whether that's a reward or a penalty, that's something else. But, you know, my thing with that is who cares that this is just for content creator? People are like, well, Dan, that's easy for you to say, you're a content creator. But if it brings more people to the game, and let's be honest, this isn't going to bring this new contest isn't going to magically inject 1 million new players into the game, because I understand the other viewpoint where that, hey, look, if a bunch of people start coming to the game, there's no onboarding process, there's no tutorial, it's going to give people, you know, a bad taste of the game. And I agree with that sentiment, but it's not, this contest is almost like, hey, it's a bonus for people who do use the referral system. It's cool, right? It doesn't, to me, it doesn't take anything away from the game. And so that's my general stance for everything in related to Star Citizen. Everything Star Citizen is doing, they're doing their best to expand the game, to make the game that we all want. And when stuff like this happens, like, it isn't like a meltdown situation. And I think that's the hard time I have wrapping my head around why people got so upset about this contest. Like, it doesn't affect anyone in game. It doesn't, in my opinion, harm the game. It just gives people an additional opportunity to spread the word about Star Citizen and get a bonus for it. Because believe it or not, I think the majority of people who love Star Citizen talk about it a lot. And just by talking about it, you get people excited. So if you could get a free trip to Gamescom or a pink space motorcycle just for doing something you're already going to do, isn't that just a built-in benefit or something extra? And so, you know, people say, well, Dan, you're so positive on this. You know, do you have any criticisms on it whatsoever? Yeah, I do. The only thing that's a little odd to me is the fact that out of nowhere, like Star Kitten, something that doesn't seem to fit the Star Citizen universe, is injected into the game, you know, with a Star Kitten shirt and a Star Kitten pink dragonfly. But at the same time, I can't fault Star Citizen for doing something a little goofy and injecting some character into the game, because that's the thing we all sign up for, a different experience than what we've typically experienced with other space games, in particular online space sims, which are been very few and far in between. So, you know, and I know essentially I'm not going to change a community, but I would just urge people before they go off and say how this referral program is doom and gloom, just ask yourself, what is the end goal? What is Star Citizen trying to do? They're trying to reward people for doing something they're already doing. And then the other thing I'd urge people to say is, how is this harming the game? And it's not. It just gives people a chance to get something for something they're already doing. You know, I don't know. It's one of the things I struggle with the Star Citizen community from time to time. And everyone in it is so passionate, which I think is the end all be all. It's like everyone loves this game, everyone wants it to be something special, and I believe it is. But at the same time, like, I feel like we don't know as a whole, people do not cut CIG and Star Citizen any slack for trying new things, right? So this could be a marketing campaign that they tried, right? And it may work and it may not, but nonetheless, I would rather see something like this than them doing nothing, than them saying, hey, look, you know, this referral program for a year has been saying more levels to be revealed, and it never expanded. Well, it just did. So they're following through on things they're doing. I just think as a whole, we need to cut CIG some slack. You know, 3.0's around the corner. The game, if you look at where the game was 2 years ago to now, like the progression's there. And, you know, as someone who defends Star Citizen and really believes in the vision that Chris Roberts has, regardless of any snafus along the way, you know, I think this isn't even a blip on the radar in terms of some issues that have come up. But I don't know. I guess it's just my rant on urging people to just think about the end goal before they bash something that Star Citizen tries that's new. But while it may not be innovative, it's definitely a little goofy. But you know, I give them credit for trying something new. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the Star Citizen opinion video. If you guys did, clicking a like button helps out a great deal. And this is a video I've been wanting to make for a while just because, you know, I feel like someone, you know, I just felt like I needed to share my opinion on the fact that, you know, people are getting upset about something that it's not like they canceled the game, or it's not like they drastically changed anything that's vital to the game. They're just trying to do something different. So I would just urge you guys to cut them some slack. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll see you guys next time.